courts heard how a series of young women have all denied claims that they were victims of grooming and sexual exploitation in South Cumbria. Their names were put on a list of alleged victims by Eleanor Williams. She's on trial for perverting the course of justice. She's accused of lying about being a victim of sex trafficking and grooming gangs herself. Phil McCann has been at Preston Crown Court today.
Mairead, Eleanor Williams has been on trial here for a month now. She's accused of making up a pack of lies. She's 21 now, but in 2019 she claimed that she was the victim of a grooming gang in her hometown of Barrow who were also trafficking her abroad for sex. She's also accused of falsifying evidence by, for example, hitting herself with a hammer and then putting a photo of herself on Facebook alongside claims that she had been abused. Now, at the time, she said that there were other women and girls who were being abused as well, and she gave police a list of them. Well, today, the court here heard from 16 of the women and girls who were on that list, all of whom denied Eleanor Williams' claims that they were victims. None of them can be named for legal reasons, but they all talked about how they received visits from the police and from social workers in 2019, asking them if they were in some kind of danger. And some of them had described how they were shocked to later find out that those visits were because Eleanor Williams had put their names on that list. Lots of them said that they'd never met Eleanor Williams or didn't know her very well. Now, her defence team told the court that their case is that those women and girls were in fact victims and are now lying about not being, and it was put to some of them that there was a rule at the time that they would never talk about what really happened to them because of fear and because of shame.
And earlier, Phil, we heard how Eleanor Williams had admitted to police that some of the accounts she'd given them were actually untrue.
Yeah, now this was when a transcript of a police interview was read out to the court in which Eleanor Williams was asked about a claim that she had been taken to Ibiza and used for sex. The officer conducting the interview put it to her, he said, "If you'd been to Ibiza, you'd be on the register, on flight records, wouldn't you?" "No," she responded. Why, she was asked. "Because I've not been to Ibiza," she answered. She also later admitted that an account that she gave of being trafficked to Blackpool and threatened with murder were also untrue. She said in both cases, though, that she was lying because her abusers were telling her to lie to the police because they thought it would make it harder for the police to discover the truth. Now, Eleanor Williams denies perverting the course of justice, and the case continues here next week.
Thank you, Phil. A 2-minute silence has been held across the region to commemorate Armistice Day.